Mm-mm-mm. Vonnie, Vonnie, Vonnie. We gotta start with you, McDirty. All right, wet cigarettes. She just did a whole 2 minute video on you last night, right before we went to sleep. This is a second video on you. She's so concerned about you and how you don't know true love and all of that. Even though we've been together since 2007, right? We've been together since 2007. She's concerned about your well being, your health. She wants to make you your coochie. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's all, but not like that. Not like, yeah, she's not like that. She's not concerned about your coochie like that. Like, she's concerned about, like, make sure you don't got nothing, make sure you clean and all of that. Even though she's not trying to do nothing with you. You know what I'm saying? She's not trying to do nothing. Not like she eat box or something. She's not. I've never heard her come out and claim that she eat box. You know what I'm saying? But also, I've never seen her come out here and like go on video. Even though this is YouTube, you know what I'm saying? I've never seen her. All I know of her is her icon picture. That's it. Like I could close my eyes and still see her icon picture is burned into my head. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you stare at the sun for a second, you close your eyes and you move, you can still see like the sun. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the last video, remember when I told you? I'm like, and I told her man late, I'm like, yo, this girl is crazy. She did a whole video concerned about you and da 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 da. And someone was on some shit like, what? Like someone was fucked up. Like, why is she worried about me? Like I don't even know her. Slim don't know you smoke wet cigarettes. Slim don't know shit about you, Barney. I can tell you one thing about Vonnie. She's concerned about you and what and how many partners we have and who we fuck with. Some of that shit is for clout, some of that shit is for pictures. But her, this is the same lady that when like 4 years ago, I don't know what the time period was, she was pregnant with twins, right? Remember when Straight Drop was out here? And he was out here flashing his thing around to all the ladies. So she got word about it. And then she slid into his email or DM. I don't know how she slid into his shit, but she slid while she was pregnant with two kids, right? Full on pregnant with two babies. Not just one. Like one baby is disrespectful. That's disrespectful. But two, that should be man. That is OD. No wonder he puts you between the washer and the dryer, right? Now there's another rumor. They, I heard they beat the mess out of her, body slammed her behind the washer and dryer, and then like I guess somebody caught a picture of her like her arm coming out the dryer or something, or the wash. She got like they super mopped the whatever super wash and dry, whatever they call it, spin wash. She went through that. I don't know. It's because of he found looked through her phone and seen what she was doing while she was pregnant with his seed, and then just or she got caught doing something else with somebody else. So maybe that's why she's so concerned about you. Maybe she think if like maybe you're gonna do something like she did, because she probably thinks all women are like, you know what I'm saying? So she probably think you gonna slide in somebody's DM, and then I'm gonna have to slam you in between the washer and dry. Exactly. Yeah, and I would, I would, Vonnie. Like your man is not wrong, Vonnie. We not gonna come out here and make your man look like a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? You want to make him look like a bad guy for doing what he had to do towards you. You should have never played with that man. You know what I'm saying? He gave you 11 kids. He gave you oh he bought you sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Champion sneakers for his champion wife. You feel me? Like real shit. So I don't know why you so concerned about you know? And what's the other thing? She's telling us about all these venereal diseases, and I'm just like, listen, I believe you're an expert in diseases. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you done caught a few of them, more than a couple. You know what I'm saying? And I get that, whatever you went through, it was so traumatizing that you feel like you have to tell the world, you got to warn the world because you don't want nobody to go through what you went through. I get it. I get it. But now let's go to the next topic. Where the fuck do you come out here talking about Johns into trans? You feel me? All these women are women. They have kids. You know what I'm saying? And then guess what? Even if some of them, the ones that don't have kids, they have a birth certificate. You know, I don't think you could change that. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the Donald Trump era, you can't change the birth certificate, and uh, you can't change the fact that they came out of their mom's coochie with a birth certificate. You know what I'm saying? That's just facts. You can't change their baby picture. So they was trans when they was babies. What about when they went to kindergarten, first grade, second grade, and third grade, and they was girls? What you gonna say about that, Vonnie? Huh? This is what I don't understand. And yo, this one girl, I went to her fucking page. I didn't even know her like that, but I went to her fucking page. She got three fucking kids, right? And then she had a picture pregnant, and I said, "Let me just show her." But I'm like, why am I proving shit to Vonnie? Vonnie can't comprehend. And if I show Vonnie a pregnant woman, Vonnie's gonna tell me that's a pregnant transsexual. You know what I'm saying? There's no way around this shit. You know what I'm saying? All I know is before I met her, I mean, before me and her had this beef, even when we beefed before, she ain't never accused me of being with no men, women, no him, he, she's. She ain't never accused me of having no disease. None of this shit. All of this shit is all of a sudden. You feel me? And then she really need to be concerned what she do with her own box. Cause her box is the one that's going through shit. You know what I'm saying? She done popped out umpteen kids out that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And that motherfucker still work. She like a what do you call them cats that give birth? She got a litter. She got a litter. Yeah, Vonnie got a whole litter of fucking kids over there, right? Yo, you would think like, listen, even with my one kid by himself is like five kids, right? Vonnie has like 15 kids. You don't think out of the 15 kids that she has, she wouldn't be occupied? Don't she got a prom to go to or fucking a dress to sew or some shit? I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know. Or babysitting to do for one of them. Some of them got to be gross. She got to be really occupied, but she never is. She the first one that got time for the credit report. She the first one to be ignorant on the internet. She always gotta watch. Like what's? How the fuck does she have time to do all of this? That's all I really want to know. Because with my one kid, I don't have as much time as you think. You know what I'm saying? So how the fuck does she make time to do all this shit? And how did she get this far in life without being able to read? You know what I'm saying? How do no for real? How do you not know how to read and get this far in life? Because when I was in school, the teacher drilled into my head, like especially like in kindergarten, like if you don't know how to read, you ain't gonna go nowhere. And yo, she made me believe her. Like she told me there's no job you could get out here without knowing how to read. Trust me. And I always thought, like, what job could you get without knowing how to read? Like, you could drive a bus. No, you gotta read to get a license. You gotta learn how to read for everything. Even to get God, you need to know how to read, right? So I'm just like, hmm, she must be one of the rare ones. No, for real, because it's like everybody. She might be like, what you gonna call it? I'm about to say not stereotype, but fucking a statistic, right? Out of all the statistics, she different. You gotta give props what props is due. If she made it this far in life, she got 15 kids and she's still alive and she still got a roof over her head and she's still breathing air. You gotta give her props for somebody that can't read. Yeah, she's still fighting. She's still fighting. She ain't give up. You know what I'm saying? She once in a blue she get a gram or two, right? But look at all the stress she got to deal with. Imagine having to like take a picture of words and have Google translate them into pictures for you, or you have to have an app that just reads to you all the time with some shit. Feel me? Meta glasses. She lucky Meta glasses is coming out. They read for you. You just look at the shit and press the button and it reads everything. Bada bing. You don't gotta do nothing. Oh, oh, and then yo, Vine, you lost me with this one. How you gonna say you look better than the girls in the picture, when one of them is slim, and then the other one is like, yo, the picture was so cut off. I said maybe I shouldn't do a cut off picture because that's gonna give them more fire to run with. But I already put it up. But I'm like, you can't even see the girl face or body because I'm blocking her, so I'm blocking her. So it's like, how do you know you thicker than I know you're not thicker than that girl because I know what that girl look like. You know what I'm saying? And she got ass like a motherfucker. So it's like, how are you thicker than that girl and nobody knows what you look like? That's one. Who's gonna verify that? Yo, she's using a picture from 2000 and from 2016 when she came on here. We don't know how many kids she has since then. Nobody's like really about on her life like that. Nobody on her body like that. All I know is her body gotta be stretched out. That's all I'm saying. It gotta be stretched out and it gotta be something wrong with her if she don't want to show herself on camera. She gotta be super insecure with herself. You feel me? Cause look, LTG come on camera all the time. You feel me? She don't care what she look like. She show herself. If I don't like what LTG wearing, she don't care. LTG likes what LTG is wearing, so she wear that shit with confidence. She smiles. You can't tell her that shit is what it is you because in her mind it's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I could respect confidence. You know what I'm saying? You can't let somebody tell you what's what like they control the fashion. But when it comes to Vonnie, Vonnie is just insecure. I'm just giving y'all an example of. I'm not trying to diss LTG. I'm just trying to give you an example of somebody with confidence versus somebody with zero confidence. You feel me? Vonnie has zero confidence. That's why we haven't seen her face since the beginning of time. Feel me? If she was really, if she really felt like she was that bitch or she was thicker than a schnicker, show that shit. Show that shit. Because even when KPR came out here, KPR showed her best features. You know what I'm saying? KPR said, fuck it, I'm gonna show my best features and I'm gonna thirst trap these niggas. You can't even show your best features. You can't even angle pick. Like even girls that's ugly could get an angle. You know what I'm saying? They get the right angle and they can make them. I met a girl the other day. She was like fucking 300 pounds, but on her Instagram, she looked like she was 180. You know what I'm saying? She's like a supermodel. Yo, but when you meet her in real life, she's a walrus. I don't care if she a walrus. I don't fuck with walruses. But I'm just saying. I'm just giving to show you. This girl has more pictures, making it look like she's a regular size hot woman. Using her same face. No, with that super Snapchat. See, that Snapchat filter is evil. Yo, Vonnie, you need to use that Snapchat filter. You feel me? Let me tell you what the girls in New York are doing. Maybe that's why you're not taking pictures. You go to Snapchat, right? This is why the girls keep Snapchat because they love the Snapchat filter. You go to your favorite filter that makes you look the nicest. You save it. You save that motherfucker. You make sure you never lose it. You remember the name of it, screenshot it, everything. Now, when you go to Snapchat, you take your pictures through Snapchat instead of the regular phone, and you tell them to alter your face. And once they alter your face, everything then when you put up your picture, it might be different. Now you ain't gonna be scared to use your fucking your confidence level and all of that. Feel me? That's just gonna be my last advice I'm gonna give you. And another thing is, if you're not trying to eat slim box, it's kind of weird that you concerned about. You know what I'm saying? Talk about she not really loved, and you possibly couldn't be really loved because I feel like you talk to me more than you think about me more than you think about your man. You feel me? We never hear you say, "Oh, I got a good man. I love my man did this for me." I'm always saying my woman just cooked for me. My woman did this, that. I love her. She's beautiful. You don't never say nothing good about your man. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I know about your man is when he got you pregnant with twins, you went and slid into another content creator's inbox that's not even from where you from, and you told him that he makes your coochie throb through YouTube. How does a nigga through YouTube make your coochie throb? That go to show you what of a loosey goosey you really is. You got to be a loosey goosey for your pussy to throb, and the man is not saying nothing sexual to you. Now, if he's saying, "Yo, I tapped that shit," that now I get it. Your pussy start throbbing. Cool, cool, get it. But if you watching them through YouTube, I don't know the story by facts. I'm telling you the story the way I think I know it to be facts. They was talking in the email, and she told him her pussy was throbbing, and didn't even get there unless he gave her a little something to work with. Did he send her something? Did he send her something, and then her coochie was throbbing? Or was her coochie thriving off the email? And how did she start the email? How did it start off like, hey, straight drop, I've been a fan forever. You make my pussy throb. FYI, let you know. And wait, when her pussy was throbbing, did he know that she was pregnant at the time? These are the questions we need to ask. And then, if you're so concerned about my partner, can you tell me what was the reaction of your partner when he found when you told him that you hit up another YouTuber and you told him that your pussy was throbbing? What was your man's reaction? That's the $64 million question. Because you a real bitch, right? You Vonnie. Vonnie would have beat the big one, not the little one. And he don't beat you up and throw you between washers and dryers and shit like that, choke slam you and all of that. So if he don't do that, right? What was his reaction when you told him that, yo, I hit up a YouTuber and I told him this and this and this about my kitty? Huh? No, I bet you she'll answer everything but answer that, right? How much I want to bet? Because I've asked her that at least 4 times. She will answer everything but answer that. I promise you. And I think I'm just about done with old McDirty over there. Yeah. Oh, and then she said all white people have lace, and then I have lace, and you have lace, and that girl have lace. Slim not even white. Slim Puerto Rican, full. Slim full Puerto Rican. Her skin color is just light skin, white. Her skin color white. You feel me? But she full on Puerto Rican. I have white in me. You know what I'm saying? Fucking the girl that was there, I don't think she white, right? She full Puerto Rican too, right? She always be talking that Puerto Rican shit. Yeah, you talking to Puerto Ricans. You feel me? And I get you. You could be thicker through genetics, but Puerto Ricans is thick too. So it's like you might have for your money. I don't know. Nobody knows what you really look like though. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But I doubt you got a better body than and either one of them. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to prove it, prove it. You know what I'm saying? You say you got a better body than them, prove it. That's all. You put your money where your mouth is. You claim you thicker than them, you look better than them. My man, get your best picture. You don't even gotta give me a live picture. You don't even gotta give me. You don't even gotta turn on your camera. Go in your photo gallery. You know what I'm saying, and get your best picture when you was feeling yourself and you thought you was that bitch and you was looking good. Show me that picture. Pull that picture out and stun on me. If I'm wrong and you's a bad bitch, then show me I'm wrong. Show me. Show everybody I'm wrong. Show everybody I'm wrong. You feel me? That's all you gotta do. Cause you the one saying it. I ain't never said you was a bad bitch. I ain't never said you was pretty, attractive, none of that. Never. Never said that in my entirety of being on YouTube. But you feel like you better than the joints I be with. Prove it. Put your best picture up, and I'll put up their worst picture, and I think they'll still beat you. I'll put up an average picture of them, and I bet you they still beat your candy ass. You feel me? Easy. Easy, too. Easy. Feel me? A bad bitch ain't gonna be scared to turn on her camera. A bad bitch ain't gonna be scared to drop that picture. You know what I'm saying? Even the ugly bitch that thinks she a bad bitch ain't gonna be scared to drop that picture. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Now I gotta move on to Sakina. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna ignore Sakina. I tried to go up there and be a man and apologize to her. But these women in 2026, they won't let you be a man when it's time to be a man. I came up there with good intentions. I already know that when I came up there, she already disrespected my mother. But I said, you know what? I seen what she went through with the other people. And even though the other people were coming at her, I said, let that's gonna be her excuse at me. Yo, John's coming at me. So so you know what I said? The other people had this situation with her. Let me not make it a similar situation. Let me just bury it right here. Even though I don't agree with her and I think she's completely wrong, she can't comprehend the situation. All of that. I think all of that, I stand on everything I said when it comes to her. So, being that I believe that, I was just gonna go over there and be like, yo, my bad. I got love for you. You always been cool with me. And then just fade out. You know what I'm saying? You know how you fade out in a nice way? It's like you know they fucking wrong, right? But you don't want them to be an enemy neither. You just want to be like, you know what? My bad for my side of the disrespect. I was gonna keep it moving and just not fuck with them no more. I was just gonna phase them the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Ignore them, stop going to their shit, but in a nice way, like lightly. You know what I'm saying? You know how you phase away from somebody in a nice way because they ain't did shit to you? I think that's the best way of doing things. You feel me? Nah, nah, nah. No gotta be that. Kill this animosity, boom. And then now I fade out because I'm gonna remember all the shit they said. They disrespected my mother. They called my mother out her name. When me and Vonnie got into it, me and Vonnie got into it for a couple videos and shit before my son was mentioned or my mother and all of that. So when you was on my side, this and her talking about, she talked about my mother and all of that, or my kid or whatever, and then we were friends. Motherfucker, you did it off the rip. At least me and her had a back and forth, and we was dissing each other at Mood Ashtray, and we was dissing each other and all that. But let me tell you the difference between me and her and you. Our shit didn't go nowhere. I called you with good intentions. I was trying to have your back. So let's pretend everything I'm saying is true, right? You done fucking disrespected my mother, and I ain't even disrespect you like that. You said I called you a crackhead. I said I didn't remember it. I shouldn't have said that. But I told you why I called you a crackhead because you was acting crackish. You was all crazy, hyper. You can't control yourself. You have no self-control. So for you to go back to the first video, when I could just bring you to my video when you came on my panel and you showed no self-control on every fucking panel that you came on that was mine. To the point that when UP was up there, she had to tell you to fucking calm down. You think that woman would have had to tell you to calm down if you wasn't acting crazy? And that was her being nice because she likes you. You get me? Imagine if she didn't like you and she just told you the possible truth and say, yo, you was really wild. You just need to take a, and then she even told you on her channel, yo, you need to take a breather so you could get your point across. You have a lot of good points. You'll never be able to get your point across if you're so like that. That's her telling you in a nice way. You can't control yourself, bro. You feel me? So when you go to the first video and you pick nonsense up and you play it 4 or 5 times to try to brainwash people into going with your narrative, I only got to play the shit once and say, this is what it is. This is what I believe. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. And I play it once, maybe twice. You got to drill this shit in their head 5 times, do an intro to it for a 30-second clip. You got to play that shit 100 times. You got to drill it into their head. You got to do a whole intro before and after it. It's like, tell me that's not mind manipulation. You want everybody to believe what you believe. And guess what? You the one that had animosity when I got up there. You can't even see that you didn't even let me ask you the question and you started answering the question before I asked it and it wasn't even the same question. You didn't see that part? You so quick to look at me that you didn't look at what you did on your own review. On your own fucking review, you picking apart what I did and negating the part that you did. You didn't see that. I didn't even get a chance to answer the question and you started answering it. And it wasn't my precise question. That's how crazy you was. I just got on the panel. You didn't even let me be a fuck. You're not even a good host. I just got on the fucking panel. You just told Bam to let me talk. And I was gonna answer y'all questions on top of that. If you would have just let me get the full thought out. But you people are incapable of doing that. And guess what? I wasn't even gonna be long-winded. For somebody that's mad long-winded, they can't give somebody a chance to get their full thought out. And on top of that, I just came on the fucking panel. So usually when people just came on the panel, they let the people finish what they were saying and then they give them the floor. Right? This motherfucker got no panel etiquette. Panel etiquette only works when you go to their side and they in a good mood and they not beefing with that same person. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's only convenient when it's convenient. That's all it is. And then she's like, I went over there messing up her energy. Motherfucker, you come over here all the fucking time. Do I ever tell you you messed up the energy? I could easily say that to you. I could easily say, even when I'm mad at you and you come back around, I could say some funny shit to you and be like, you messed up. I don't ever treat you like that. Even when I'm mad at you, I still let your dumb ass come around. I let your dumb ass come around because it's never that deep with me and you. I say it to you. I don't say it behind your back. And guess what? You should respect the person that cared about you enough to tell you some shit like that. Because me telling you some shit like that, now, and the way you put it now, you making it look like I'm a bad guy. How can you make me a bad guy in this situation when I was looking out for you? Me looking out for you made me a bad guy. So that's why I tell people, watch what you do with Sakina, because look how I got put in this situation. Be very careful of what happened with me, and take that into a caution when you deal with Sakina, because I had good intentions to make sure that she not getting played, because she was my concern, my friend, supposedly the one I thought was my friend. And then she's such a liar. She comes up here telling you that her daughter said I got bad energy and I'm an energy vamp. Her daughter that got me on TikTok, that likes all my family shit, that she introduced me to, that she gave me her TikTok. So why now, today and day? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? That today and day, you saying that she's saying I'm an energy vampire and she's still my friend. It's not nothing creepy. It's not nothing. It's just not. It's not even nothing. It's just she like my family pictures. I like her family pictures. That's it. Ain't no talking in between. Nothing. It's just regular degular. But if I'm an energy vampire, why would you let me meet her? Why would she still be my friend if she thinks I'm an energy vampire? Why, if I post a picture of my son right now, she gonna like it? Does, does that seem like an energy vampire? Would somebody be cool with an energy vampire? But yesterday you want to put out, or the day before you want to put out, yeah, that's why she warned me about him. Or people try to warn me about him, and she said he was an energy vampire. You misconstruing what your own daughter said, because we all heard what she said. And guess what? What? Oh, Sakina's gonna take that as a reason to play it again. Because she loves to go back into old videos. You have no format, bro. You're so predictable. Everybody's telling you you're gonna do a 10-hour live. And the sad part is you're gonna do it on a nigga that was trying to have your back. And then on top of that, you making me look crazy in the process. You making me look so crazy for looking out for you. And you gonna leave out the part in the story where I told you I'm not even blaming Bam for being the fucking troll of your daughter. I blame Ben for that one troll. And I told Sakina, only reason I'm telling you this is because they have the Riri in the name, and the one with your daughter got the Riri in the name. I said, I'm not saying the one that's trolling your daughter is Bam. I'm just saying I know for a fact the Trey one. And if she didn't use the same Riri, I wouldn't even have told you this shit. I'm just saying keep that in mind when you're making your decision making. That's it. That's it. Whether she agreed with me or not, I didn't give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, she still believed it was Mr. Warner. And I did it didn't like what was I supposed to do? I'm not gonna fight her because she believes it's Mr. Warner. I just said I did my part. If I feel like my friend is tripping, all they gotta do is let me tell them. That's it. I told them. And if shit ever, and I'm a firm believer that shit always hits the light. Shit always comes to the light. So when shit do come to the light, she'll be like, yo, if I was right, I'm thinking, oh, John, you was right. You did try to tell me. You feel me? I didn't think it was gonna turn into John being the bad guy. And yo, half of me feel like she's cool with Bam now, and she feels bad that she didn't tell Bam that I told her this, or I asked her this. That's why she's calling me a snitch and a bitch and all of that. I'm a snitch because I'm not protecting a baby troll. One, I didn't accuse her of being all of them, and I made that verbally clear when I talked to Sakina. I said, yo, even at the end of it, I said, I'm not saying she's the one for your daughter. I'm just trying to keep you good and making sure nobody playing you from no sides. That was the whole intention. That was for me telling her that. That's it. I wasn't even beefing with Bam at the time at all. And I told her, I'm not even saying the one that's trolling your daughter is Bam. So I'm just trying to convince her that, yo, is it possible that somebody could be playing you because they see you beefing with this lady and they could be making a troll to make you think it's her so you can keep going with her. That's what I was trying to get into her head. That, that, just so she could keep it in mind. And that turned me into a bad guy. That's what I'm saying. No favor goes unpunished. That's why the overall lesson is it's good to mind your business. It's hard to care about people, see that they might not have the full picture all the time, and you kind of like you probably have the full picture a little bit more than they do, not nothing crazy more, and you could probably tell them something that they can't see, and you can't even tell it to them if they're your friend, because look at the outcome of this shit. Look at the outcome. No favor goes unpunished. And then I even gave her a pass. Yo, I was watching her video the first 30 minutes. I seen her play the shit 4 or 5 times. She's telling me you couldn't have seen it. You she's not even taking into effect what I'm telling her. But guess what? If we was on my panel and the shoes were reversed and she's telling me, John, I seen it 5 times, and I'm telling her you couldn't have seen it. Nah, you didn't see it, nah. She would have been upset with me for telling her that she didn't see it. The same way I'm upset. I'm telling you. People could do this, and this, but when it's the flip side, they want what you want, but they can't see that. She can't see that, and I can't fuck with somebody that can't comprehend. She's not on my level to try to have a conversation with. Matter of fact, nobody can have a conversation with her because if she was on anybody's level, anybody can have a real woman conversation with her or man, or not even just a conversation, period. Without all, it shouldn't always have to get through. She get frustrated to the point that she can't handle a conversation. She's a grown ass fucking woman. Can't nobody keep reminding her, yo, stop cutting people off all the time. This is where people get frustrated with you. And once they get frustrated with you, you want to start at the frustration point. You don't want to start at what you did to trigger their frustration. Yo, if I went on your panel and I'm in a run to start my live, and I just want to ask you one question, and you don't want to let me get my question off because you predetermined what my question is, or you pre-thinking or pre-assuming, or you thought I see what you have all these pre-thoughts. For what? What are you getting ready for? This is what I'm saying. All this pre. It's like she got something in her mind, and then she has negative connotations about me off the rip because she's already assuming what my conversation gonna be. I had a 1, 2, 3 question that wasn't gonna affect her in no bad way. And then I was gonna keep it moving to my panel so I could continue making my point since she couldn't be there. And I couldn't even do that because she has to procrastinate everything. She has to stretch out everything. Why you think her videos are 5 hours? She has to stretch everything the fuck out. So when you know you're dealing with somebody that takes 1 minute and turns it into an hour, shit, you're not gonna try to stop them at the door when they try to do their regular. When they try to do their regular, turn this into a 5 hour conversation, and you on the run, and you gotta go, and you got a cab waiting for you downstairs, and you gotta go downstairs for that cab leave. The fuck? That's an example. You think I'm gonna sit there and talk with Sakina, the one that can't stop talking until she gets hers off? And I'm telling you, she's like, yes, it has to be explained. You could have explained it when I left. I wouldn't have been mad at you. I wouldn't have been mad at you for explaining it. I would have doubled back watching it and said, yeah, everything she said is true. Cool. But why do you got to explain it to me when I'm on the run? And then on top of that, you won't even give me the courtesy of letting me get my whole question out so you can answer my direct question and see if you was even going to be mad at it. You feel me? Calling me a snitch and a bitch, that shows me you guilty and you in the wrong because I'm not warranted those words. Don't call me out my name. And then on top of that, you started threatening me like you gonna put your son up, like my son, and it's not even worth it, my son. Fuck your son. You got me fucked up. You brought him into this world, and I will take him out this world if you ever put your son up against me on some YouTube beef shit where I did nothing to you. I didn't even bring you to that level for you to even bring up your son. But I promise you, if you ever put your son, you brought him into this world, I will take him out this motherfucker. If you ever put him up against me on some YouTube shit, on some coming to see me on some YouTube shit, I will show you who the fuck I am. If you that fucking stupid, you must not love your kids and love your family if you that fucking dumb. And I remember the last time you threatened me. The last time we got into an argument, you threatened me and you started saying you was gonna get niggas that you not even with no. Remember? And then I had to come on that panel and I said, I'll give you my address right now. Tell them to come right now. And then your punk ass back the fuck down. I'm not the one to threaten, bro. I don't even give you that energy. And I'm telling you that for a fact. Stop playing with me like that. Because I don't play with you like that. And on top of that, it was never on that level with me. Don't bring it to that level. Because that's disrespect. I'm not saying I'm gonna get Slim to beat your ass. I'm not saying I'm gonna get bitches to come. I'm not telling you to come over here so I can get bitches to beat your ass because that'd be the easiest thing in the world for me to do. You could be tough with all them other women. Don't be tough with me, and don't be tough with a nigga that's not even trying to be tough with you. You feel me? I'm not trying to be tough with you. I'm not trying to intimidate you. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not even trying to get into that type of back and forth with you. So don't bring it to that level with me. But since you said it out your mouth, I had to check that so you know how I'm feeling when it comes to that. If that's how you feel. You feel me? If you tough, I'm tougher. All right? And I don't even want to be tough with a woman because I don't get no points there. I'm just letting you know. You crossing the line with me. You already done disrespected my mother. You already done said things that I'm looking at you like I can't fuck with you no more because of that. You feel me? And then on top of that, even with all the disrespect you said, I was still trying to be man enough to go on that panel and just put it to fucking bed. So we don't have 10-hour, 11-hour lives about us. Feel me? But then I see you keep popping it. Then I see you sharing paradise and shit. And I'm just like, yo, bro, I really don't want to hurt your feelings like that. You feel me? I feel like I could take you out your speed if I wanted to. I don't want to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Really, that's what it comes to. I don't get no points from being that guy, and all I do is waste my productive time, my creative time, my good time. Because ain't nothing good come from me tearing you down because you acting stupid. And then on top of that, I didn't have beef with you in the beginning, and I ain't had beef with Bam when I was telling you that shit. Feel me? So it is what it is. I I hope you slow your roll when it comes down to me. That's it. Because I could just not talk about you and leave it at that. You feel me? And that's what I was trying to do. That's what I was trying to do. But yo, you can't have it both ways. If I'm disrespectful, then I deserve the disrespect, right? But if I'm not disrespecting you and I'm trying to respect you as a woman, and now you're being disrespectful and you won't let me be a man in the situation, and you gonna act like a bitch in the situation, then I'm gonna treat you like a bitch. All right? Because only women deserve respect. So if you're not gonna act like a woman, as a woman I can respect all day. If you can act like a woman, you can probably put me in your place as a woman, but not as a bitch. All right? Because men don't respect bitches. We respect women. Feel me? And I respect you as my elder, a mother, somebody that got a kid my age. I respect you as all of that. So you could talk to me properly. You feel me? But if you can't talk to me properly, then don't talk about me at all because you're gonna bring a character out of me that you don't know and you're not ready for. And I'm not even trying. And also, I don't have intentions of doing those type of things with you. All right. So let that be known. Um, and I want to stop talking about you now before I get upset. Uh, who next on my list? What else did I talk about? Bam. When it comes to Bam, I didn't have beef with Bam when I was saying those things. If you go back to LTG's video, if we go pertaining to the conversation that was had, when I wrote it in the back chat, it was pertaining to whatever we was talking about right there. I didn't just say, hey, boom, 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 and just offer this in and just inject it into the situation. Like I didn't like what LTG said. She thinks that I told her on purpose. So I didn't want Orlean to come after Ben. Just like I don't want, or I don't believe Mr. One of the baby troll. But it's just the fact like I'm not on a I hate Bam campaign shit. You know what I'm saying? So I believe what I believe, and I said it to Bam. Bam denied it. I said that I don't know how people confuse my words. If they taking my story, the one I'm giving them, and they're going off what I said, it's funny how they miss certain parts. It's funny how they don't take this story in its entirety and they purposely miss certain parts. Where I said I confronted her about it and she denied it to me, just me and her, by ourselves, only me. And that's when we decided there's certain things that we're not gonna argue about if we disagree on it. That's it. And we move forward. Because why that's what's always gonna be. We always gonna be at that place where we argue about some shit we do not agree about. But for y'all to say that I said she admitted it, and then y'all send her off on a tangent on me, because she thinks like, oh, she goes into the chat room and asks Sakina, John said I'm the baby troll. Sakina goes, yes. You see? You see why Bam thinks what she thinks? Then she looks at LTG's page, and LTG goes, John said that you even admitted it. Even to this day, LTG has heard me say at least 3 times that I said Bam did not admit to that. And even on her live from last night, she's saying, yeah, I think he said she admitted to it. Somebody go watch that and review that part for me. So you telling me you don't have a comprehension issue? You telling me you don't have comprehension problems when I never said that, and you're gathering that I said that, and now you need people to review that little part just to tell you that I didn't say that? Nah, y'all know what y'all doing to send her off. Not saying Sakina did it on purpose. With Sakina, that was probably an accident. When she came in the chat and said, did John say I was the baby troll? If Sakina would have said, no, John said that you was the one for Trey's daughter. You see the difference in the question? You get 2 different answers. Baby troll means we're talking about the baby troll that's doing right now everything, right? Or the one that I claimed her to be, the one that I know her to be, the only one. I'm not putting all the other ones on her because, like Unspoken said, you don't got no proof. We going off of proof. I'm going off that one. And on top of that, I don't even want to prove it because I'm not even in the mood to crucify Bear. But they're going to say, I started this up. I have to prove it. Don't make me prove it. Don't make me prove it. I tell you, when you make me go look for stuff and find it, it's gonna be shame on you because I'm gonna tell you from the beginning. I don't even want to go look for it. I'm not even in. I'm near her. Don't got nothing going on to the point that I even have to go. It happened already. It's old. Nobody cared about it when it happened. And LTG wants to know if I told Trey. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure I did. I'm just gonna assume I did. I don't. I don't have no recollection of telling him, but I'm pretty sure I did. I'm just gonna assume I did for sure because I'm sure I would. Right? But also, I said it on my panel. I said it on my page. I said it in that time period. Nobody gave a fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it wasn't said at that time when it happened. And then I could I don't want to prove it. You know what I'm saying? I'm chill on that. That's what I'm saying. It's not gonna be a. I see what LTG trying to do. Like John said it. It was pertaining to what y'all was talking about on the panel. And when it came to Sakina, it was pertaining to that situation. That's it. I'm not running around here telling people Babe is the baby troll. That's it. Going. And I'm not putting on a cape for Mr. Warner. And you see me and Mr. Warner beefing. You know what I'm saying? Why would I put on a cape? Why would I slay her and put on a cape for her at the same time? It don't make sense. You feel me? And then on top of that, the shit they like, why you didn't put out the shit you say was. I don't feel like putting it out. She started digging in the inbox. She started digging in. Yo, I promise you, I could set this whole shit afire with content. I screenshot it, downloaded, so much shit. I got at least 20 things right there sitting in my gallery from the day I wrote it. And guess what? I only put up the voice note thing just to debunk that. Like, yo, it was really over and it was the same situation. She gonna say it was a different date, but I could go to a further date to the last dates where it's gonna be the same type of situation. It's her saying the same thing. We tired of it, stressing us. Da 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 da. It's gonna be the same conclusion. Period. I could prove a lot of things, but it's just like, what's the point? I didn't even want to go in the inbox anyway. Let her go in the inbox, and then I'll start doing it. And then I already saved what I want. And then I told you how I could even further. Yo, I told you I could put her shit to bed so quick, so quick. I told you the other day. I don't know why it gives me the option. You know how it says when you click delete a message, there was certain shit there, like personal information in there of mine. So I deleted it and it gave me the option for you or for everyone. And I clicked for everyone for like 1 or 2 things, right? I could do that for the whole thread conversation. I could make the whole conversation disappear right now, voice notes and everything on my side and her side, right? And then she would have nothing to prove, or she would have nothing to show, or nothing to manipulate. I could right then and there I could do it. I didn't want to do that. But I feel like, you know what? Then they're gonna say John did this, John being sneaky. Let her have this shit. If she feel like she gotta go in the inbox and do all of that shit, I promise you, if she hasn't realized fucking with me, she's taking the L, sh- and she hasn't learned by now, then shit, what do you think is gonna happen if she further continues to keep messing with me? And then I gotta realize when I wasn't messing with her, she was taking the bigger L. You know what I'm saying? So me messing with her back is only gonna give me a L. So if I just leave her alone, let her do her crazy shit and be casual like I was, she go nature's gonna take its course, and it's gonna be the same thing as it was last time. I was so sure of it last time. I just not sure of it this time because I'm engaging. You feel me? That's really it. People calling me, don't engage with her, John. Just let it. Feel me? And then with Sakina, that's the conclusion I already came to because I'm like, damn, I don't want another Mr. Warner situation. Let me just let her have it, whether she's right or wrong. Unlike the last two people let her have it because they didn't want they seen what she was going with it. Maybe I need to follow that lead. Like that's how I'm thinking. Like whether they were right or wrong, they let her have it because she was too much. And I'm not gonna let her take me out my fucking character in the summer. Like you feel me? It's too hot outside. And I was about to accuse her of menopause and all of that. But I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's just too hot outside. Maybe she had a bad day. I just know the regular her would not be out here talking about my mother. The regular her, me and her had a million arguments, and she ain't never disrespected me to that level. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like maybe something going on in her life. I don't know. She said this is the new her, and I'm like, well, bring back some of the old you, because if this is the new you, you a little unreasonable. You're a little unreasonable. I have the right to be offended because I was looking out for you. And you done flipped this whole shit on me like I'm some sort of you done made me a bad guy in your fucking story for looking for caring about you. You make me feel like I can't tell people shit and I gotta mind my fucking business. And then on top of that, I didn't even do it with the intentions of throwing Bam under the bus. That's why I even said that to you. So it's like if you can't remember that, that's crazy to me. And then you have selective memory. Then I can't trust you. Then you like the same people you talk about. All these things run through my head thinking about you when you can't keep it real. Anyway, I think I addressed everything. Uh, that's about it, y'all. This is my unpopular opinion or my unpopular facts. You feel me? But 49 minutes should hold y'all. For real. That should get y'all enough content to run with. All right. And peace and love.